sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Hilltoppers will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tigers offense will go to work first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time on target.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So Western Kentucky's offense will go to work for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wolf, and he's knocked down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and look for room. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms,
turning it on. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. Here's the this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Open space at the 25. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all.
Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parrish. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. cover football with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Fires to the big fella. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Mack. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry-up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Motion from the back. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Hilltoppers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Gonna run it. It's Parrish. He is stopped well short of the 1st down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Now the lead is down to 11. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against third down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Durham. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. LSU quick to the line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
The run from the shotgun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He splits the uprights, and now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man. It's Anderson. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He'll try to pop the draw. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Makes the grab. It's Barry. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Hilltoppers want to crank the tempo. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Hilltoppers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Hilltoppers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And he missed it. No good. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Got a man, it's Anderson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Using the quick game. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Tigers want to move quickly. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure, but man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Anderson. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Runs through a tackle.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Man, what a big catch on third down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at. Now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And the Hilltoppers are in the hurry up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Snagged in the middle. It's Parrish. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Throwing right. Makes a connection. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Hilltoppers have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run play action. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It's nice having zone eyes on the quarterback. I tell you what, you got to lead, be smart, don't give up big plays, drop back in your zones, but watch, when the ball's thrown, you can see the guys break on the football immediately and go make a play.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Trying to make magic with his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Meyer. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And now on second down for this offense.
Brings up second down.
Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to run for it.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sharp. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Touchdown, LSU! And the beatdown has ensued.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. At the 45 on his way. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, WKU. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here, he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
Looking for the 2-point try. From the gun. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The give out of the gun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 near the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. This time, they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that 1st down marker. 4th down coming. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What